Yeah. This is a lack of knowledge, a lack of clarity. Let's get into the Ace of Swords. Yeah, lack of knowledge, intellectual incapacity. I feel like you're confused about something. It could be about a religion. It could be something about your child. Um, there's some type of confusion here, some type of intellectual capacity, some type of lack of knowledge. Yeah, animosity, disputes, insults. Oh, damn. Animosity, disputes, insults. There's definitely a custody battle going on here, a divorce, or something going on with your child here. Yeah. Misunderstandings. It speaks about memory loss. Somebody don't had a memory loss. It's difficult to concentrate. It's like it's with all this going on, it's difficult for you to concentrate. Lack of communication, creative blocks, frustration, and unfairness. Yeah, you feel like this is unfair. Something here is unfair. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Let's get into the Page of Swords. Um, the Page of Swords speaks about curiosity, new ways of communicating. Yeah, you definitely have to find a new way of communicating. Curiosity is learning. So it's time to learn a new way of communicating. It's like you're thirsty for knowledge. You're thirsty for new ways of communicating. Yeah. Uh yeah, things to expose, truth coming out. Things to expose, truth coming out. That's right under this hidden where I said secrets. Secrets, mystery, hidden, yeah. And with this Page of Swords, things are gonna be exposed. The truth is gonna come out, and it's like you're curious, or you're learning new ways of communicating this information. You're thirsty for knowledge, bursting with ideas, planning for the future, excited about projects. I'm kind of feeling like something has come to an end here, though. Something has come to an end. Like I said, something's in court. Um, and it's like you have these new plans, these for the future. Yeah. But it's all about a new way of thinking and communicating, exploring, learning from your mistakes, learning from your slip ups, and sharing your messages, sharing what you learn. It says, go for it, follow your passion, even if others are not thrilled. Kids, oh yeah, look, kids can be too much to handle, a bit mouthy, but have a lot to share and can teach you some things. Kids do teach us. Kids teach us how to be carefree. You know, as adults, we get caught up a lot in adulting. That's why I said, with these children out here, it could be time to have some fun. And you know, just watching kids have fun teaches us how to have fun and how to be carefree. You ever watch kids play on the playground? They're just having fun without a care in the world. Sometimes as adults, we have to stop adulting and honor our inner child and have some fun. Yeah. So again, I said it's your season. It's time to have some fun. Follow your passion even if others are not thrilled. Yeah. Stay open to children in their enthusiasm. Stay open to children in their enthusiasm. It also speaks about um, social media, public speaking, um, maybe public speaking, writing a book. Maybe you could be writing a book about something or speaking publicly, or um, just on your social media more. Um, yeah, maybe play some board games. Yeah. Um, hmm. Yeah. And like I said, that's backing up Judge Judy, you know, where you should be aware of what you believe in and explore your belief system. Know that there's a consequence for your actions. I don't know, maybe there's something on social media or something you said publicly that could have ended up in court. Yeah, because you didn't have the information or the knowledge. Yeah, but with this section, I'm just going to say be careful when it comes to your beliefs. Make sure what you believe in is what you are living. Know that there's a consequence for your actions. Think logically before you take action, because there's also spiritual consequences. Yes. And like I said, I feel like there's some type of spiritual transformation going on here. Most definitely. Most definitely explore your belief system. Get the knowledge. Get the knowledge that you need. Reach out for the knowledge that you need. Yeah, for the truth that you need, for the fairness. I don't know. Maybe someone could be incarcerated and representing themselves, and I don't know. I just see people like reading books, learning the law or something. Yeah. There's something going on here. Definitely with court and justice being served and the truth coming out. I feel like the truth is coming out. So you want to be, again, you want to be aware of what you believe in and how you're living. And just know that there are consequences and repercussions to our actions. So think logically before you take action on anything, Cancer. All right, we're going to move on over to this middle piece because something's going on here. This King of Swords, baby, is sticking out to me like a sore thumb. Let's get into it. I don't know. I started this reading off about saying something being hot off the press, some type of news or some shit. Then I got social media with this whole section. Something being exposed on social media. I don't know. Be careful what you put on social media. I feel like social media is the news. I go to social media before I even turn on the news because everything's on social media before. I feel like everything's on social media before it even hits the damn news. I don't know. Be careful, Cancer, about what you're putting on social media. I feel like something's gonna be exposed. Some type of truth is gonna come out via social media, or maybe you could be writing a tell-all book or some shit. Yeah. Something's coming out. Something's being exposed. Yeah. But in the middle of the entire spread, we have the Lovers. So the Lovers is all about soulmates. Physical attraction, sexual bonds. I always get third party shit with this because, as you can see, there is a lady in the background giving the side eye. That good old side eye. Whenever somebody's giving you the side eye, it is not good. So I feel like there's some type of interference here within a relationship. Yeah. So this is soulmates, soul bonds. I feel like maybe you've been with your partner for a long time. Maybe even married to your partner for a long time, but there's a third party situation here. I feel like possibly cheating or possibly someone trying to break up your marriage. But there has to be one willing partner to let that happen, doesn't it? Yes. If you notice, there is a snake on top of this statue here, this angel statue. So with snakes, I get snakes in two ways. I get it a good way and a bad way. So we'll start with the bad. We all know those snakes are in the fucking grass. Those snakes are in the fucking grass. Those people that want to cause damage. Those people that want to tear shit apart. Yeah, you got to keep your grass low, so you cut low so you can see those snakes. And then the good part with the snake is that they shed skin. They shed skin. So I feel like, Cancer, you could be shedding your old skin. You're shedding your old ways, or somebody here is shedding their old skin, shedding their old ways, and trying to be better. I told you I got LL Cool J here. Yeah, somebody shedding their old skin, trying to be better, trying to love you better, or you trying to love them better. There was definitely a third party situation here. Yeah. The lover speaks about passion between man and woman. Now, whatever your sexual preference is, take it as it resonates. I'm just reading off. I'm just reading off what it says here. Passion between man and a woman is a divine union, a beautiful soul honoring connection, sexual bond, physical attraction, respect for one another, where you share your truest feelings. Stay true to yourself and who you want to be. Stay true to yourself and who you want to be. Don't change. Don't change to accommodate someone else. Stay true to who you are. If they can't accept you for who you are, then that is not your person. Yeah. You shouldn't have to change who you are in order for someone to love you or be with you. They should accept you for who you are, flaws and all. Like Beyonce said, I'm a bitch in the afternoon. She said, I don't know why you love me. So, Cancer, maybe you don't know why this person loves you because you're a bitch in the afternoon. You're a train wreck in the morning, but yet this person still loves you. Yeah. Yeah. But regardless, people should love you, flaws and all. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe somebody cheating because of your flaws. Maybe you could have put on a little extra weight and they're cheating on you now. And baby, listen, after you done had them babies or whatever, they gotta accept you for who you are. Accept you and your body for who you are. They the reason why you put on the weight. They put the baby in you. Yeah. But yeah, you want to stay true to yourself, Cancer. Stay true to yourself, and who you want to be. Yeah. Share your truest feelings. Don't be afraid to share your truest feelings. Yes. Backing this up, we got the temperance. So the temperance is all about moderation, balancing and moderation and having patience and knowing your limit. It's all about recovery. Yeah. Maybe there's a relationship that's in recovery. Like I said, folks want to love each other better here. We got recovery with the temperance and we got recovery with the devil. Yeah, so it's all about having balance and having moderation, having patience, knowing your limit, especially when it comes to addictions and attachments. Like I said, sexual addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addictions, food addictions. Know your limit. It speaks about recovery, getting your life back in order. Remain calm. Keep your composure. It also speaks about higher learning. There we go with the higher learning again. Um, like I said, learning new skills, going back to school, getting that degree. Have patience, remain calm, keep your composure. And then we got the King of Swords here. Like I said, the King of Swords is all about discipline and structure and routine, power and authority. Like I said, it is male energy. I feel like some type of relationship is in recovery. I did speak about marriage counseling earlier. I feel like some cancers are recovering in their relationships, maybe doing marriage counseling, couples counseling. And with Judge Judy out here, I feel like some couples are going through divorces, custody battles, and shit like that. Yeah. But the main thing, especially with the temperance out here, is to keep your calm, keep your composure. The focus here is recovery and getting your life back in order. Yes. Having balance, having moderation, having patience, and knowing your limit. Knowing how much you can take. Yeah. Okay, Cancer? All right, we're going to end over here. One thing this King of Swords did mention is mental clarity. Over here, we didn't have any mental clarity. But with the King of Swords here, we have mental clarity. Yeah. Um, confronting what life throws at you, your intellectual power, courage. This is all about your intellect. Like I said, you got a lot of swords out here, which is about your intellect. Having the intellect and courage to achieve your desires. Having the intellect and courage to achieve your desires. Didn't I say in the beginning, get off that fence? Get off that fence. Have the intellect and the courage to achieve your desires. Expressing deep convictions. Expressing yourself. We had that here. Expressing yourself. I feel like you're going to do it publicly via social media or writing a book. Expressing yourself. Maybe a tell-all. Some type of tell-all shit is coming out. Yeah. Most definitely. So the King of Swords comes across detached, disinterested, and prides himself on his expertise. I told you he's a very smart man. Or Cancer, I feel like maybe you're a very smart person and you pride yourself on your expertise, and you come across detached and disinterested. Yeah. It speaks about legal, charging high fees for legal and financial advice. Yeah, we got Judge Judy here. Charge high fees for legal and financial advice, outsmarting others. Cancer, you could think you're outsmarting others. Yeah. But very smart, solid reputation. It speaks about attorneys, financial advisors, not showing emotions, being detached, and a straight shooter. Yes, baby. Ooh, like I said, this King of Swords is sticking out to me like a sore thumb. I really think it's a man in your life. Yeah, like I said, outsmarting others. Yeah, outsmarting others. Very smart, solid reputation. This man could be an attorney, somebody with power and authority. Yeah. And I feel like it's a lot of mental manipulation going on with this man. But the thing, like I said, Cancer, is for you to keep your composure and have patience, and focus on recovering and bettering yourself. Yeah. All right, we're gonna end over here. This shit over here is beautiful. We ending your first bonus reading, Cancer, on a beautiful note, because we got the Devil card in reverse. Again, this is recovery. Recovery from addictions and attachments. Yes. So the Devil card speaks about obsession, adultery, cheating, yeah, mental illness, secrecies. So I feel like you're recovering from some type of mental illness. I feel like maybe there was a sexual addiction here that you're recovering from, that held you back from being the best version of yourself, where you could have possibly sold your soul to the devil. But yeah, you're recovering. You feel like you had no control over your shadow self. Yeah. It's like you had things got out of control. Things got out of control here, where you felt like you had to have these attachments and these addictions. But you acknowledge the hold that it had over your consciousness and awareness. Yeah. With this Devil card in reverse, I feel like you have acknowledged whatever this addiction and attachment was that had this hold over your consciousness and awareness, and you've taken action to free yourself. Know that it's not going to happen overnight. It takes willpower. It takes strength. If you know someone that's been on drugs and ever tried to get off drugs, Cancer, you know that it's not an easy process. Sometimes people relapse. But the thing is to have that willpower and get back on the horse and try again. Yeah. It takes strength. It takes willpower to free yourself from powerful addictions and attachments. It also speaks about a powerful attachment between two people. A powerful attachment between two people. Lovers, sexually, can turn to unhealthy if you lose connection with self. Yeah. Yeah, I felt like there's some type of situation here, Cancer, where you may have lost connection with yourself sexually with someone. Yeah, and you've now realized the power that it had over you. It doesn't have to be sexual. It could be with alcohol. It could be, like I said, with drugs, smoking cigarettes, food, whatever addiction or attachment you may have had. You are now trying to free yourself from it. And you got the Hermit here. Yeah, you just want to be alone. You just want to be alone to recover and heal. Look at him. He looking like, what the fuck do you people want? Why are you bothering me? I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to recover. Yes. So the Hermit card speaks about um, self-isolation so that you can meditate and do some soul searching to better yourself, to figure out what you want to do, how you're going to proceed. Yes, let's get into the Hermit card. um, so it speaks about, self-isolation, withdrawal, having too much or not enough personal reflection. Yeah, sometimes we have to self isolate. We have to self isolate so that we can meditate and do some soul searching. Like I said, figure out what it is you want and how you want to proceed in life. It speaks about meditation. Meditation could be yoga. Meditation could be taking meditation classes, learning how to meditate. Meditation could be praying. Like I said, I got religion up here with Serene. Praying is meditation. Chanting is meditation. Like I said, chanting is Buddhism. Even going to the gym. Even going to the gym to work off some anger and rage. Yeah, is meditation. So heavy meditation here, heavy religion, heavy reflection. It's about rediscovering your greater purpose. Yeah, and rebuilding on a spiritual level. Didn't I say, baby, there is some type of sacred spiritual transformation going on here, Cancer. And you got the Wheel of Fortune here, baby. What a beautiful way to end this. The Wheel of Fortune is all about karma, soulmates. Yes, we have soulmates here. Soulmates. Look, you got the moon and the sun in the middle of the Ferris wheel. The sun is him, the moon is her. You are also the moon, Cancer. You are also the moon. So that's a soulmate in the middle of the Ferris wheel. Look, it's like being at the fair, having the time of your life. I feel like there's a soulmate. There's a soulmate here, and you're together having the time of your life, or you will be together having the time of your life. Yes. So yeah, we got karma here, soulmates, good luck, destiny, a turning point. There is a turning point going on here. Like I said, a spiritual transformation, a sacred transformation, turning point. The wheels are always turning. The wheels are always turning. It is a state of change. Life is getting better. Life is getting better or back to normal. Yeah, I felt like life has been crazy. And maybe it's getting back to normal. It's getting better. But you have to cherish the bliss. You have to cherish the bliss, Cancer, and make the most of it. Because in a flash, it could be gone. You get what you give. What you send out will return. What you send out in the world will return, Cancer. So if you sending out dirt, guess what you're going to get back? Dirt. If you sending out good, guess what you're going to get back? Good. Yeah. There's meditation again. Heavy meditation here. It says, have faith. Keep your heart open. Keep your heart open. I feel like maybe shit didn't work out so well um, with other relationships. But with this Wheel of Fortune here, you have to keep your heart open so that love finds you. Yes. Have faith, keep your heart open. Go with the flow. It also speaks about sudden opportunities and following your intuition. Baby, you are a Cancer. You are a water sign. You know what intuition is. Yeah. So when it speaks to you, follow it. Go with the flow. There are sudden opportunities on the horizon. Yeah. All right, Cancer baby. That's how we starting this shit out in your season. I feel like it's been a roller coaster, especially with relationships, maybe even with children. It has been a roller coaster, baby. But you are recovering. There's recovery here. And baby, you got the Wheel of Fortune here. You got the Wheel of Fortune here. Good luck, destiny, turning points, state of change. Life is getting better or back to normal and cherishing the bliss. But you also have to do the work. You also have to do the inner work. With the Hermit here, self-isolation and doing some soul searching. Yeah. Baby, you gonna be good. You gonna be good, Cancer. Once you do that inner work and get your inner self together, baby, you're going to be great. You're going to be great. Look, you got the Wheel of Fortune here and the Temperance here. You just got to do the work. Yeah. And there's a lot of things going on mentally. Where I feel like you have to have some discipline with your thoughts, some structure with your thoughts. Do some logical thinking before you take action, because again, there are consequences to our actions. Yes. All right, Cancer, have fun. We got almost a whole nother month of Cancer season. So have some fun. And honor your inner child. All right. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.